He's the program manager with CSE's Clean Air and Sustainable Mobility team. So electric mobility is today's buzzword, as we know. And as some of you may know, with the World EV Day coming up on September 9, CSE started a campaign to build awareness and to understand the key issues concerning electric mobility in India today. But for today's live chat, what we are going to focus on is what is happening with India's electrification of bus-based public transport of India. So Shine, the first question that we have is about the fact that we have a big announcement. We had a really big announcement recently about the PM e-bus Seva scheme, which is going to add 10,000 electric buses on the road. It'll be interesting to also note that this also happens to be one of the largest bus programs in India after FAME 2. Mm-hmm. Are we seeing this as an opportunity? And secondly, how are e-buses going to slowly become, scalable in India?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me here. I think you are right. Yes, this program is not only, it is a win-win situation for India. So this program is not only going to boost India's or scale up India's e-bus program, e-bus operation in India in different cities, but also it is very important for the entire mobility sector. For example, this will also help us in decarbonizing the entire public bus sector decarbonizations. So in another way, if you look at how different cities are if you look at this world, how they are the way they are in their decarbonization pathway, most of the world are actually focusing on car-based car-centric electric mobility, car-centric mobility. So but where it means that they are focusing more on transforming their IC cars into the IC means diesel or CNG based car or petrol based cars into electric cars, whereas India from the beginning has concentrated its focus more on the public transport centric mobility. So it's a very big thing for India. And regarding your second questions, in India, we are currently electric bus program in India is growing very rapidly recent days. And currently we are having almost like 5,000 buses, electric buses in different states and cities, which are plying. And some those buses, some of those buses are going to come very soon in certain cities, and this is going to expand. We are going to add another 20,000 more electric buses in coming days within next 2-3 years, because we already a lot of procurement has already happened under the Grand Challenge under the NEVP scheme, which is the National E-Bus Program. Phase 1 tender has been done. So, and another, in this PM e-bus Seva is also asking, it is also like 10,000 buses are going to come in coming few days. So this is also a kind of very good thing.
So this is also the second time, right? After FAME 2, which is, all right.
So, and if you look at why it is happening, so in India, so right now India has adopted a different kind of innovative bus procurement strategy, which is we are calling it as a demand aggregation model. Okay. So in this model, we are aggregating the demand of electric buses from several cities, and we are doing a bulk procurement. Okay. While doing in case of bulk procurement, what happens? You because of the volume, your per bus operation cost reduces a lot. So it has drastically reduces the operation cost of electric buses in India. As a result, we are currently seeing in last 2 procurement, we have seen almost like 15 to 30% reduction in operation cost of electric buses compared to the IC counterpart. So in this way, it is also saying that if this trend continues, then in coming days, maybe center doesn't need to provide that much of subsidy. Maybe we can reduce our subsidy also. Yeah.
So now we are seeing more and more cities going for e-buses.
Yeah.
So what kind of preparedness is required for cities to operationalize and maximize it, the benefits of it?
Okay. So we have also reviewed some of the electric bus program in India, in few of the Indian cities. So what we have realized and observed in those situations that majority of cities are currently lacking in terms of understanding the electric bus technology. They are actually, electric bus is not exactly the same way though we used to operate the IC or diesel or CNG buses. So there are certain limitations. So we have to understand those things, and accordingly you have to plan for it. For example, in general cities, in city bus operations, a bus operates 180 to 240 kilometers a day. So bus, if you look at the current production line, the average buses are actually giving a range of 140 to 150 per charge.
Okay.
So if you have, it means that you have to charge a bus in between if you operate it for 180 kilometers or 200 kilometers or more. So for it means that you have to strategize your charging infrastructure accordingly, and its charging infrastructure planning becomes a critical component.
And how
So
much time does it require?
cities has to they have to do the detailed network level planning first, and accordingly they have to understand what is their requirement, and then according to their requirement, whether they require AC bus or non-AC bus, whether they require standard size bus or mini bus, because everything impacts the range of the buses, electric buses. So accordingly, once they do the detailed assessment, and they have to do the assessment as per their total cost of ownership of buses for the entire operational period of buses. If they do it, the assessment in that way, it will help them to optimize their choices. So they can plan their system much better way. So that is the another thing. Yeah.
So in the long run, what are the steps that would be required to intensify in India's e-buses?
So in the long run, I can see right now in PM EVA Seva scheme, center is providing operational cost of buses for running e-buses for at least for 10 years. Now I think it, as mobility is a state subject, I also feel that now it is for the states governments to actually come up and become more ambitious to also provide subsequent support, so that they can electrify their public bus transport system in their states. That is the one thing. Another thing, still we need to improve our products. The kind, we know that buses are available in 9-meter, 12-meter, and the kind of range are currently we are having. So we definitely need to improve our range. So OEMs need to work on the value engineering. They have to work on the battery efficiency, energy efficiency of the buses, range of those buses in those areas. So if it will help to further intensify, if we have a better product, it will help us to further intensify the program. Another thing is currently all the cities are seeing electric bus as a fringe or limited areas. You're deploying electric buses is a limited area, and their main bus system is still running on the IC bus systems. So, but if we are looking for the further intensification, then what is required is we have to also focus on how we can think electric bus as a mainstream bus service. So in that way, we have to work on it. Cities has to think about that. Another thing is that right now, all these programs are particularly focusing on public bus sectors.
Right.
So, but we are not. We know that in overall bus demand, public bus transport only caters 10% of the mobility, bus demand. So, whereas 90% demand is currently fulfilled by the private bus operator. So we have to think about how to frame and how to integrate this private bus transport operators also into electrifying the entire bus service. Yeah.
All right. Do we have any city that we can look at as a model right now?
Right now, if we look at the statewide, I think Delhi, Maharashtra, they are doing pretty well. So
Okay.
Delhi has currently almost like 7,000 buses they have ordered in a way.
Okay.
So once I think within 2 to 3 years they will have 7,000 electric buses in a way on their roads.
All right. Thank you so much, Shayan.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for watching. We'll be back soon with another live chat. Thank you.